Good morning, students. So the next problem is a sphere of diameter 45 mm rests centrally over a frustum of cone of base diameter 60 mm, top diameter 40 mm and height 60 mm. Draw its isometric projections. So the two objects here are, one is the sphere of diameter 45 mm which is resting centrally over, means this is a top object which is a sphere of 45 mm. So sphere means it is nothing but a ball. Okay, so which you can also call as a ball, a sphere whose diameter is equal to 45 mm diameter, which is resting centrally over a frustum of a cone of base diameter 60 mm. So previous problem we discussed about a cone. So cone, how it will have a base circle and a two tangents, as you can see. If it is a frustum of a cone, some portion of it will be cut, okay, so that the base will be a larger circle and the top will be a smaller circle. So this is how the frustum of a cone looks like. Okay, so cone will simply have a base circle and two tangents connected to the apex, whereas frustum of a cone, where we'll be cutting the top portion of the cone from the tip and will get two circles or two ellipses in the isometric view. Okay, so at the tip of this we have a sphere placed in this way. Okay, so on top of the frustum of a cone we have a sphere. Okay, so sphere, as we know, a sphere will be remaining of true dimension in any view. It may be in isometric view, front view, top view. The diameter of the sphere will not change, so only sphere will be drawn to true dimensions, whereas other dimensions of the solids will be converted into isometric scale or reduced scale. Now among these two, the base object is a frustum of a cone, so we'll go for it. So if you consider the frustum of a cone, so base is a larger ellipse whose diameter is given, and the top is a smaller ellipse whose diameter is also given. So as you can read the question, the base diameter of the cone is 60 mm, larger ellipse, and the top diameter is 40 mm. So we'll come back here. So this is a 60 mm base ellipse and top is a 40 mm diameter, as you can see. Okay, so I'll go for the 60 mm ellipse. So we know how to construct a ellipse as we have done in the previous problem. Okay, for a cone we are done for a cone, so same thing will follow here. So first I'll mark a reference point. From there I'll just simply draw a small reference line, horizontal reference line. I'll draw a small horizontal reference line, you can draw here. From here create a, as we know, to create a ellipse we'll follow 4-arc method. To follow 4-arc method, create a square of sides equal to the diameter of the cone. So what is the base diameter of the cone is 60 mm, so create a square of 60 mm. 60 mm, 6 divisions will count to the right side, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and 6 divisions to the left side, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, then parallel 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and obviously this will be a 6. So you can use scale. So wherever I'll be using freehand sketch, we need to use scale there. Okay, so complete this square with a thin line. See, as you can see, I'm using a thin line here. So then 4-arc method, according to 4-arc method, the first thing what you need to do is you need to draw a horizontal diagonal from left corner to the right corner. Horizontal diagonal from the left corner to the right corner. As you can see here, this is a left corner to the right corner diagonal. Then create a V shape from the front corner. What is the front corner here? There is a left, front, right and behind, as we know. So from the front corner create a V shape as we done in the earlier problem. 1 2 3 half, 1 2 3 half. So create a V shape from this to opposite line midpoint, and the other one, see, thin lines I am using here, as you can see. So thin lines. Okay, now follow 4-arc method. For 4-arc method, this will be center 1, center 2, this will be center 3, center 4. We'll draw only if it is the last surface. Since it is a base surface, we don't draw the 4th arc. Okay, so use your compass here. Center 1, radius 1. So here you can use anti-clockwise arc, thick arc, then center 2, thick arc you can draw to the opposite line midpoint. Center 3 is this, and radius will be here just connect left end of the arc to the right end of the arc with a thick line, as you can see. So the base of the cone is done here. So extra lines you can erase it. Now what is the height of the frustum of a cone? Before drawing the top diameter of the cone, we need to go to the height, which is 60 mm height. Okay, so from here, center, what is the center? So you can connect midpoint to midpoint, midpoint to midpoint, somewhere here you get the center. So midpoint to midpoint we connect, from here to midpoint, center will get here. So height of the cone is 60 mm. 6 divisions vertical you go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is a center of the top face or height of the cone, you can say. Now once you reach the height of the cone, you are at the center of the top face of the cone. Top face of the cone is 40 mm. So from the center create a square of one more square of sides equal to 40 mm. So we know how to create a square from the center. Okay, so we'll go half, half, full, full, full. Okay, thrice. So half of 40 is 20, 2 divisions from here, again 2 divisions, 150 degree, 30 degree, 150 degree, 210 degrees, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and one more 1, 2, 3, 4. So complete this square with a thin line, so that this tip of the given height what you have drawn 60 mm should be the center of this square. Okay, should be the center of this square. Again we'll use 4 arc method, because here one more ellipse we got. So whenever you have ellipse, so you need to go for 4 arc method. So for according to 4 arc method, draw a horizontal line from left corner to the right corner in this way, then create a V shape from the front corner to the opposite line. Midpoint is one midpoint, this other midpoint, this. Create a V shape from here with a thin line, and one more V shape from here using a thin line. Okay, so create a V shape, then again use compass. So there is no other option, use compass. So if you want, you can write center 1, center 2, center 3. Okay, so from center 1 as radius, center 1 as center, and this as radius. So draw an anti-clockwise arc. Then from the other end, one more arc, and this one center 3, connect in this way. Okay, so now you can use tangents. So this is, both are connected because these are single solid. Thick line you can use tangents, so that the line should not enter the ellipse. Okay, it should start from the outside and end at the outside only. So these are some this is a frustum of a cone. Now why are not drawn the fourth arc of the top cone, because top ellipse, because if you draw the spear, that portion will get erased. Okay, I'll show you by drawing a thin arc. Center 4, radius 4, arc 4, thin arc I'll draw. Now on top of it we have a spear. We have a spear of diameter 45. So as we know, a spear remains of true dimension, true diameter, even in isometric view or any view. So we need to take the true diameter. Say, as you can see here, observe here. So I am taking the radius equal to diameter is 45, then radius will be 22 point, how much, 20, 22.5. you can say 22 or 23 you can take. So true radius we should take here. Okay, right. Then Before that, we need to reach to the center of the sphere. So the center of the sphere will be at some distance from the center of the top face. What is the distance? So as you can see, if you observe the front view of this cone, the cone front view looks like somewhat in this way, and sphere looks like somewhat in this way. Okay, then what is the distance of the center from the top face of the sphere? It will be equal to radius of the sphere. So radius is almost 22.5, half of the diameter. Okay, so 22.5 means count 22.5 divisions from here. 10, 20, say somewhere here it is the center, mark it as the center. 10, 20, isometric division center. Now from this center, radius is 22.5 centimeter scale. Okay, complete this sphere. One second. Just complete this circle. In this way. So as you can see, so the inside portion of the circle can be erased. Okay, and the base of the circle